Welcome to Delicious Eat Street, where we show you the best places to eat, drink and discover. I'm Warren Mendez and today I'm in Enmore, located in Sydney's inner west, where you can find everything from authentic Turkish food to brilliant cheese and some of the best drinking spots in town. Speaking of drinking, what better place to start than right here at Young Henry's. Oscar, thank you for having me.
Hey mate, how are you?
Very good. Firstly, I need a beer.
Yeah,
please help me.
Let's do that.
You can have one as well, I assume.
Look, you know what? Why not?
Can you kind of work through all the beers without having to get completely wasted?
We do tasting paddles, so you can get 6 little tastes of a few different beers off the range. But our bar crew are actually pretty good at understanding what people like, what people are into. Just because someone has not drunk a lot of craft beer before doesn't mean that we won't be able to find something that will actually suit their palate. On Saturdays and Sundays, we always have a food truck parked out the front. We actually do a few sessions of brewery tours, which basically taking people through the brewery, showing them all the bits of equipment, how things are made, explaining the process and drinking a couple of beers as well, which is an important part.
Cheese is my favourite food in the world, so I've had to come to the Stinking Bishops to do a bit of a tasting session. What is the Stinking Bishops all about?
We're a cheese bar, a restaurant. We have about 50 cheeses on the menu, great natural wine varieties, great dine-in food menu as well. Mac and cheese, that's one of our specialties. We've got house-made pork pie, we do our own pate, a whole lot of stuff to choose from.
Ordinarily, you guys have about over 40 cheeses on the menu. How do you match so many cheeses with so many wines?
So the idea with this is the cheese is the king, and then the wine kind of sits a little bit back. So we choose our wine selection so the majority match with the majority of the cheeses.
Just walked off Enmore Road. Walking in here, it kind of looks like a hair salon from the 1950s. Why didn't you change that facade for Stanbuli?
Well, it's heritage listed, so they did us a favour by not having to change it.
And now, obviously, importantly, the food. You've got some great Turkish food on offer here. Are these some of your signatures?
Definitely dishes that our guests request recipes for. Olive salad, stuffed mussels, and our köfte. It's an old cuisine, and with like old cuisines, ancient cuisines, there's sharing is a central tenet to the style of cooking. We basically encourage everyone to order as many dishes as they can and sit around and eat it.
And is your menu, is it ever changing? Obviously, you've got things that stay on it the whole time, like the mussels and that, but are you constantly influenced by, trips to Turkey or like, where do you get your inspiration from?
Definitely from trips to Turkey and the seasons and working obviously with the Australian palate as well and being able to tweak things, being grounded by the history of dishes.
Well, all I want to do is taste this instead of just talking about it. So the mussels first, I think I haven't had them before. And I got the whole thing in my mouth at the same time.
Yeah,
the whole
definitely.
Thing. This is going to look pretty, very pretty. Okay. The whole thing, you're not just trying to have me out.
No,
okay.
no, definitely.
Very good. So I noticed there's no wine and it kind of looks like we're about to do shots. So what are we having?
We're doing rucket, so the national spirit. It's called lion's milk because it goes a milky white when you pour water into it. Served chilled, known as lion's milk also because it's quite a strong drink.
It's actually really nice and smooth. It's not like having a shot like you'd normally would at a bar at all, definitely. It's great. So that's just a small taste of what Enmore has to offer. From fine dining to street food, you're not going to get bored. You can come here for breakfast, lunch, or be like me and come for 2 dinners. For more, head to delicious.com.au and subscribe to our YouTube channel.